This is the Six Figure Chick Podcast, episode 13, featuring Kelly Brock, founder and creator of Peaceful Performer Movement. She teaches purpose-driven female business owners how to build profitable businesses without losing their peace. Please welcome Kelly Brock. Hey, buckle up, queens. It's time for the Six Figure Chick Podcast, the one and only podcast made to teach Black women like you how to make a six-figure income. Whether you are a high-performing woman, professional, new business owner, author, speaker, or even a mom, you're sure to pick up golden nuggets of actionable advice when you listen to the Six Figure Chick Podcast. Each week, we will deliver hard-hitting, no-nonsense, keep it real topics about being a Black woman in America and the girl, hush your mouth we deal with. We're gonna talk about this
and that,
and we're gonna talk about everything else that has held us back. No more, queens. It's time to hear from real people
with real life
and real talk. So grab your best girlfriend and get ready for this ride. All right. So, hey, everyone, this is our green room. Welcome to our virtual green room where you get to see things that you can't hear. Nayoka, how's your sound?
You see what I'm talking about? Luckily, we have a green room. I wonder what this green room is all about. Cherie, what are you wearing on the bottom? Are you wearing?
I actually have clothes on today. For real. Usually I don't, but actually I had to go out to the dealer today, so I have some pants on.
She's fully dressed.
So you're fully dressed. Because we know how it is these days, okay?
Listen, you only need to provide what you need to provide. So the chances that the bottom is together, that's not likely.
Exactly. All you need to see is the top.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we need to see.
My goodness. Thank God for social media these days, mm-hmm. right? Where you don't have to go out and, even though I really do miss that though, I miss the going out and being present, in front of everyone. Mm-hmm. But the luxury you have and don't really care about what shoes you got to match with what outfit,
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
All right, Nayoka, I hear your baby.
Oh, let's fix that.
See, you don't know what you'll hear.
Sweet baby.
Usually,
sweet baby.
It's my husband coming in going, what are you doing?
You're like, I'm doing work right now. I'm doing a podcast.
Babe, I'm recording. What you need?
Well, we just moved, but my office before was right under the playroom. So every time my kids would jump, this chandelier, I moved it with me. But it would shake, and I'd be like, can you guys please stop?
I know, I have a neighbor, it's warm out in Connecticut. And so this neighbor really enjoys the weather and thinks that the entire neighborhood needs to party with him. And so from Thursday afternoon, he doesn't wait till 5 p.m. So Thursday afternoon until whenever, he's out there blaring his music. And I'm Dave, does this man not understand that people work? Could you please tell him I don't want to hear his music right now? Later. Oh, so my son had to come in and fix my mic so that you don't hear the feed with this blaring music. So,
well, if he's playing it, I don't hear anything right now.
Yeah. Yep.
Is that more quiet for you? I think we took care of that.
Right. Awesome.
Oh my goodness. Hey, it's the real world we're living in, right? We're mommies.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's all us and grandmas.
Right, Cherie. That's right. Glam mama.
Yes, queen.
It's a perfect name for you.
Yeah, when she sees
She's so funny. So these are funny stories. So when she sees like diamonds and stuff, she goes, ooh. And I'm like, you like my diamonds? Ooh.
No. How old?
She's 9 months.
Oh, her little eyes, I'm sure, just light up.
She's so fun. And she's so chunky. She loves to eat. And so she gets excited when she sees food. And I go, is that good to you? She goes, mm-hmm.
Tell her about the mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
She got that because she's been in my office since she's been born. And so we're doing all these episodes, and our intro, Nayoka goes, mm-hmm, in the intro. And so she mimicked hearing that.
Mm-hmm.
At 9 months old?
Mm-hmm.
No, she learned that earlier when she was like 4 months or whatever.
Wow.
But at 9 months, she finally's been able to do. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
And she does it with a stank face too.
Oh, you should see the picture. Oh my gosh, she's too adorable.
Pumpkin.
Sharice sent me the picture. She snapped the picture right on time when she was. I'm like, look at this little girl.
I know you could hear her lightly going.
Oh my gosh, I missed that. I missed that.
Yeah, it's so much fun. So much fun. All right, ladies, are we ready?
Let's do it.
Okay. Hi, I'm Cherie Griffith Dunn.
And I'm Nayoka Wright Smith.
And this is the Six Figure Chick weekly podcast to help you win at work, in your business, at home, and succeed at life. The year of the Black woman is shaping out to be one powerful year. We are excited to bring you enriched content about Black people, especially Black women who are pioneers and trailblazers of this great country. Today, we will continue our discussion about Black women, Latina women, and Native women, women supporting women. And we will talk to women who are on a mission to support us all. As the African proverb says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And we are definitely stronger together. We want to thank all of our listeners. We are truly appreciative of your feedback and your 5-star rating on our podcast. We do this because we know how important it is to have a voice for Black and Latino women, especially now. Today, you will hear from one of my girlfriends who is a compassionate community leader, spending her time teaching high-achieving women how to add peace into their lives.
Oh my goodness, Cherie. I cannot wait to interview this fabulous, phenomenal woman. Oh,
happy to be here. Happy to be here. Happy.
Cherie, tell me something, girl. Isn't it good to have good friends? That's why I'm so happy, so excited that this platform is here for women, right? Who don't have a support system but needs one.
Yes, Nayoka, I sure do. It's a great pleasure to introduce Kelly Brock. She teaches purpose-driven female business owners how to build a profitable business without losing their peace. She believes there's nothing wrong with wanting to achieve at the highest level, unless it comes at the expense of your health and harmony. On the surface, Kelly had it all together. She had been running a successful network marketing business for more than a decade and was highly respected in this field. But on the inside, she was struggling to become so addicted to achieving that which was neglecting her family and her health. And that's when her body forced her to stop. Mm-hmm. Creator of the Anxious Achiever Project and Peaceful Performer business coaching programs, she knows that it is possible to live a life of both peace and profit. And she is here to share it with as many women as possible. Please welcome Kelly Brock. Woo!
I got a cheer squad today. I'm here for it.
Yes, we are
Honored.
here.
Oh my goodness, Kelly, we are so excited to have you. We are so appreciative of you taking the time out to spend this half hour, 45 minutes with us. Because sometimes
Happy.
we do go there, right? Because why? The conversations get so juicy and you're like, oh, these podcasts are too short. But thank you, really and truly, thank you for being. We are about to ask you some questions, Kelly, and I know you're ready for this. Okay,
I'm ready.
You're ready, girl.
I'm
You're
ready.
to. Okay. All right. My first question to you, easy peasy. Please share with us, share with our audience, how did you start out? How did you get involved into the whole dynamic of social media?
Yeah. Well, social media, like how did I start building my business on social
Yes,
media?
absolutely.
I've been building my business for years. One-to-one, person-to-person events, a very physical space. And I remember obviously spending time in my social time on social media. And I was just thinking, I'm seeing other people do this. I know that there's a way that I can bring my business online. And honestly, it felt like a priority to me because I have always seen myself as first and foremost a leader. And a leader has a vision and the ability to communicate it. And I thought this is just a platform that gives me more reach, a greater reach to impact people. And I know I have a voice that's meant to be contributing to something good. And so the technical skills of learning how to build online was just a thing I had to learn so that I could influence for more good, even one more person at a time. So it felt like a natural place. And it's funny, some people, I mean, I have a love and hate relationship with social media. Sometimes I'm like, I'm over you, like shut the computer. Like I need space from it. And when I've ever thought about stepping away from it, I thought, but my girl's there. My woman is there.
Mm-hmm.
And if I have something important to say, I have just decided to I'm in charge of the healthy boundaries that I have on my relationship with social media. And just like any great relationship, I've established what that looks like in a healthy place. So if I am purpose driven, I've got to go where my woman is, the woman that I want to serve the most. And so I have a great relationship now with growing on social media, and am excited to keep helping more women pursue that big purpose on their life, but to do it in an aligned and peaceful and healthy way. And honestly, because they get aligned, the fulfillment is through the roof. And so I'm excited to just keep helping more women have that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So what is it exactly that you do?
Yeah.
So because artists, we want them to know who you are and what you really are offering. All right.
Yeah.
So let us know.
Yeah. So a little background. I know Cherie just shared a little bit, but I spent a decade in network marketing, and I had led women in business for a really long time. And a little over a year ago, I decided to transition out of building a team and started consulting and investing in female business leaders. So that's who I'm calling in. So not just a female business owner, but a female business leader, someone who knows that her business is just the place that she has decided to affect change. And she's leading other people through that. And so I help them by first getting aligned to their piece. So I help these women establish their brand authority online, their voice, their message, their impact, the back end systems of their business, all of that. But we first have to talk about what they want. I don't know about you all, but at some point when I was driving towards achievement, it's like I had my head down and I came up for air, and I was like, oh, there's like smoke in my marriage. And then there's smoke in my finances, and there's smoke in my, the way that I'm parenting, and there's smoke in my leadership. But I was so driven. And I think because of that, I was losing all the things that I knew ultimately mattered most to me. And so my fundamental starting place for the women that I lead, I always tell them I take them slower than they want to go. Oh, they get pissed at me. They get so mad. They're like, show me the blueprint, Kelly. Tell me how you did it. And I'm just going to take off. And I'm like, but I can't tell you one size fits all.
Mm-hmm.
But what I do as a coach is I really start to align them first with their piece. Who are you? What do you want? What do you want to contribute to with your life? Let's let everything about the life that you want to live and the legacy you want to leave lead us to the way that you build your business, not reverse. Not let me get, I think even women, I don't know about you all, Sheree, especially in your career, I think we live with this really antiquated system of when we get to live our rewards. Like, let me just get to retirement, or the 2 weeks that we have once a year, or let me get through this deadline or this goal. We're always putting off living well. I was just always putting off living well and living richly, meaning fulfilled. And so what I do, Nyoka, is I take them first to their priorities and to their peace. Then we align to their purpose, and then we apply the marketing strategies, the brand building, all those things, and they're unlocked because of that. So
Awesome.
that's my unique system, but I'll let you guys ask me any questions you want about it. But it feels important to me that I do that with the women I work with, because I'd love to hear your feedback on this. In my experience, I've watched a lot of really incredible leaders burn out.
Mm-hmm.
And they have rewritten a story that success means expensive things that are important to me. And so because of that, our world is literally missing their impact, because they're going, I can't have both. I can't be both. That's the only way I knew how to be successful, which was willpower, to drive, to push. And because of that, they're now not showing up as the leaders they were meant to be. They're just stepping out altogether. Mm-hmm. I want to help avoid that. I want to help them understand that they are allowed to be both ambitious and aligned.
Okay.
Awesome. I love that.
So then
I think that really
beautiful.
helps.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Sheree.
I think that it really helps to create a well-rounded person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything that's going on in our lives, always, and especially when we're business women, we're moms, we're wives, we're sisters, we're aunties. And sometimes that does get blurry, and you forget who you are, right? Yeah. So that's awesome that you're creating that and doing that for people.
Yeah. And my thing is, why not? Why can't we have both worlds? Why shouldn't we have, our pie and eat it as well? You know, I want to live now. I don't want to wait for, okay, you're working, you're tiring yourself out. And until you get to a certain age, that's when you're now, okay, ready to enjoy life, when you've now used up all your energy, your youthfulness, your everything. And so no, I want to enjoy life now.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Oh, I have a question. How old is your baby?
My youngest is 10.
10. Okay. I thought I heard a baby. I thought you were saying it was a baby.
I'm sorry. That's my grandnephew.
Grandnephew. I was like, I thought we heard a baby earlier.
He's 5 months. He's
right.
5 months.
Well, with all the children in our lives, especially, I found myself with these moments where I would see pictures of me with my daughter, and I'd be like, I don't remember that. I wasn't there. I was there, but I wasn't there. I was shutting the doors to my office going, one more minute, one more thing. Let me just finish this deadline. Let me do this thing. And that's what I want to help people see, is that there are moments, even in this moment, here we are. I'm being work me. I'm being career me. I'm being purpose driven, impact me. But very quickly, I can go right back into being a mom. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. It's just about how we have harmony with those things, because we are both. So I completely agree.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I think about, what about those women who are getting ready to retire, right? You work your whole life and you wait for this ultimate moment to retire. And then the one most important thing that you forgot to do was take care of yourself and take care of your health. And next thing you know, that goes. And so now your retirement is spent trying to revive your health, right? So, I think you're really on to something extremely important with helping women live now.
Yeah. I agree.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, Kelly, we want to ask you one more question because we don't want to go over and we don't want to take too much of your time today, but we so appreciate you being on with us. And I'm going to give Cherie the privilege of asking you our final question for today.
Before we do, I do want to ask you another question before that.
Yeah.
What type of services do you offer to people? Do you do one-on-one coaching? Do you do group coaching? How do people work with you?
Yeah, great question. So the main two things that I do is one-on-one brand builds. So I help independent female business leaders establish who are they, what do they want to stand for in the market? I call it their mental real estate. Like when I think of Cherie, now I'm going to think of Glamour. Like, no, I'm just kidding. But when I think of you, what space do you want to take up in people's head, right? When they think of you and your brand, and then how do you start to effectively showing up in the communication, the content that you're bringing, the value you're adding, in the resources you're creating, the programs that you're adding. So I help them start and build their brand and walk that out. And then the second way that they can work with me is I have a 6-month and year-long mastery program. And it's where I help women learn, implement, and master the things that they need in order to have both a massively profitable business without losing their peace and harmony. Because I see the biggest problem being that these entrepreneurs, these female business leaders are struggling with knowing what to do, when to do it, how long to do it, and staying consistent at it. They're like, let me just buy this thing or hire this person or do this thing or put my head down. And I'm like, listen, don't you want to embody these qualities? How about we learn what you need to know? I take them, I'm massive on habit change. My former life, like one of my former lives was I'm a group exercise coach. Like I used to teach CrossFit. I helped people lose weight and quit smoking and do all these things. So I want to help these people not just purchase a short-term Band-Aid for their business. I want to help them become the people who are responsible with their business, that they know the message that they're about, that they show up in sales conversations, having belief around what they're offering. So I'm really interested in helping them learn it, implement, take action, and do it long enough that they become the masters of it. That feels, I don't know about you all, I'm just not interested in contributing to anybody consuming me. I'm like, let what I say matter to people. Like there's just too much consumption and no change. And so my programs and my offerings are all around women who are really ready to have real change.
Wow, you guys, can we say she's preparing you to get in the game?
Absolutely.
Right? That's what it's all about, is that we want
Absolutely.
you to be in the game, be ready, have the tools, the techniques, and the resources to when you're ready to keep you in the game. It's time. This is the year. If you're not going to do anything any other time, do it this year. Get in the game, start your business, get a mentor, get a coach, figure it out. Let someone help you figure it out. And she has the programs to truly help you do that. We hear questions all the time about your brand, right? How important is it with your brand? What do I need to do? How do I get to that level where I feel confident to deliver who I be into the world, right?
Yeah.
So that's great that you're doing that.
And Cherie, let me say this to clarify. A brand is not just your fonts and colors. It is not just your graphic image. It is when people think of you, what do they say about you? Your brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. And that comes from the ethics that you lead with, that comes with the things that you fight for, that comes with the beliefs that you stand on and the value that you're adding. And if you don't know, I always say that to me, a brand is like the roots of a tree. It's underneath, and it may not feel sexy to get like that done right away, but it brings life to every other part of your business when you know who you are and what you have to contribute into this world. I've watched the women, I'm sure even with you all, like when you establish this podcast and you're going, what are we here to do? Who is this for and why do we care, right? When you get crystal clear on that, you're now not making noise. You're making sure every guest, every person is aligned with the message you came here to get. It makes you focused and powerful. It's like the when you have sunlight everywhere, it's kind of all over. But when you laser focus that, it burns through anything, right? When you focus that energy, that's what a brand does. And mastering that belief system around who you are. And so I know, Cherie, you all are both talking about getting back in the game. And for the men and women who are listening to this, if I could add, I think it really starts with your vision. The vision of the life that you want to have, you've got to have that clear first. Who is it that I want to be? If I was to show up as the best version of myself, what would that life look like? I take people, my clients, through an exercise. It's your best life. And I tell them to write it out in scenes. Like, walk me through your day. Tell me what that would look like. How do you wake up? Is it daylight? Is it dark? Are you having coffee? Is your spouse coming in the room? You're standing on stages. What does it feel like? Tell me. When you get clear with that vision, it becomes that leader for you. And the same with your brand, because once you get your vision clear, if you don't know where you're going, you can't get there. You've got to know where you're going.
I like that. I mean, I think it gives people hope.
Yeah.
That they can do this.
Mm-hmm.
Right? No matter where they're starting at in their life, they can achieve whatever it is that they want, because there's so many amazing people out there like you and others who are able to sit and coach them and to support them and want to be there to watch them grow. I just find that absolutely what we need in this world is absolutely fascinating. So I do want to ask you a question. You know, Kelly, why is it important for you to support women of color?
They are my sisters. Honestly, this year I have been like looking to the left and right, like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, at what point did the human race not embody all the things that are alike in us? Why are we talking about what's different? We have more alike than we have different. And there's nothing different. There's nothing different about the human in you and the human in me. And so if I want greatness for me, I should be creating space for the greatness in you. And one of the things, even as a white woman, Cherie, we've had the opportunity to just grow. You've given me space to grow as a white business leader, to understand my privilege in rooms that you're not in, right? And if I'm in a room you're not in, how can I be speaking and standing when other people are not? How am I creating space? I just don't understand when people are not, if I'm being honest.
I love that, creating space for those who are not there. And I think it goes across the board, right? Because we are sisters and we're stronger together. We all want the same things. We all have the same type of lives. And, I truly, passionately, wholeheartedly thank you, because I know when we previously had this conversation, I was blown away with, the way that you were just so surprised that other people wouldn't have the same views of wanting to support others and being there for them. So, I truly appreciate that, because I think it's voices like yours and platforms like this that's going to help create this systemic change that we need.
Absolutely. And I think what people, I guess I should say, I've been most shocked at is that the white leaders, why they would be resistant. Your gain is not my loss. Your elevation is not my lessening. We rise together, right? What does it say? Like a rising tide, or a rising tide raises all ships. Like, so to create opportunity to be a voice for another is a gift and a responsibility. And it just feels like something that should be a human understanding. And I am disappointed that it's not, but I can only be in control of myself and what I'm willing to contribute to. And my voice will always be a voice for equal opportunity. Yeah.
Thank you. I totally appreciate you, just being so open to speak about this because not everyone is comfortable, to speak on this level. Because really and truly, we're one, we're sisters, right?
Yeah.
We're women. At the end of the day, we are women. We're not black, we're not white, we're women. That's how we should look at each other, right? Women. We go through the same process.
Yeah.
Right? If we're having kids, we're going through the same process. Whatever it is that a woman's body goes through, we all go through it, right? Basically the same way.
Right.
So we really shouldn't be looking at it as, oh my goodness, you're this and you're that, but together we can so be such a force to be reckoned with. So I really appreciate you being so open, to share your views on why it is that we should support each other. So thank
you. And can I say this too? One of the things that has always been important to me has to always be that I guess I should say it this way. I see some people being afraid to promote other business owners, period, because they go, this might take business away from me. I have found it to be the exact opposite. A friend shared with me the other day, she said, in the physical body, the vibration, the literal hertz vibration of giving is the exact same as receiving. So think about Christmas. When you give a gift, you're like, yeah, open it. Oh, I got this for you. And you can't even stand it. You feel so elated to give. It is the same as receiving. And so to elevate another woman, to promote another business, it's like that little graphic that said supporting another woman's business. Like, it's free. Yeah. It's free. Like, literally, here are all the ways that you could do the things to support another woman's business, speaking about her, talking about her, sharing her business, elevating her, promoting her, sending a friend to her. When we do that, I just want others to hear this because I know this is about women supporting women. You will have more abundance come back to you because of the energy you have put out towards another woman. Man, what that does for her life and her home, you got to be a part of that. Yeah. I mean, it feels just as good to give as to receive. And so I just want to encourage other women to make it a part of their weekly ritual to say, who have I shared lately? Because to be an encouragement to another woman, you have no idea when that might come at the perfect time. And you got to be the blessing for that woman. You did. And again, it's something that I consistently do. It's funny, people follow me on my stories because they're like, she's always talking about what she's reading, who she's talking to. I already posted about Sheree before we got on here. Now I'm going to post about you. It just is a beautiful thing because energetically, you never have to worry about any lack for you. There's only extra abundance when you are generous and encouraging to other women.
Absolutely. And I also believe that, we're all like a puzzle. And sometimes when you're not promoting someone, you're missing that piece, that missing puzzle piece to complete your puzzle. So it's so important to be united and intertwined and understanding how to love other people and embrace other people. And, I always teach my community that understand there's so many people out there. There's like 8 billion people, 7 billion, whatever. There's so many people that there's your audience, my audience, her audience. There's an audience for each and every one of you. And at the end of the day, when you break that audience down, how many of those people do you really need to feed your family?
Right.
A nice life. Not many. Not many at all.
So true.
So yeah, we definitely.
At the end of the day, we just need to understand each other and we can work better together.
Absolutely. I agree.
I love it. So Kelly, tell everyone how they can get in touch with you.
Yes. So if you go to Kelly Brock on Instagram, that's where I spend all my time and I'm in my DMs all the time. So if you ever want to reach out, I would love to connect. And you can go to my website, kellybrockco.com, and on there are all of our program offerings. And I'm absolutely going to send a couple of guides that I would love to just share with the men and women who are watching this. I've got 2 different guides that are, one is a brand build guide. And if you're looking to really hone in on your brand messaging, this is a great guide that I use with my one-on-one clients. And a second guide is if you're feeling like you're really needing to re-engage and step back in and get back in the game. One of the things that I really believe it comes from creating change comes from shifting your beliefs. From our beliefs comes our actions. From our actions gets our results. And so a lot of people try to change their actions and they're like, I just need to do more or do this and then I'll change. What I found is if we can shift our belief system, everything flows from that. So I would love to offer that to your audience as a great way to get back in the game and jump started that I use with my one-on-one clients.
I love it. Thank you so much. That is exciting. So let us not forget. So she is the queen of the posse, right?
I am. That's my gang, my peace posse. It's my community. So listen, here's the great thing. The peace posse, I use a hashtag. I'm going to invite your audience to use it. I use a hashtag and it's hashtag practice peace. And you use this hashtag and you tag me on Instagram, tag me wherever you are. Use it anytime that you are choosing to be aligned with what makes you feel most connected with life. So that might look like moving your body. That might look like journaling in the morning. That might be you bossing it up on a podcast. Like this is you practicing your peace, meaning I am choosing the things that align to me the most that you're in. That's all you have to do is use the hashtag and you're in the peace posse. So it is just a community of women who are saying we together are aligning to ourselves, to our spirituality, to the things that matter most to me, and everything else will come after I first align to my peace. I practice it daily.
That's exciting. I love that. Hashtag practice peace.
Yes.
You guys, come on now. You got this.
I love it.
Thank you so much, Kelly. Nyoka, tell everybody who you are.
Oh my goodness. First of all, I just want to say thank you again so much, Kelly, for being on today, tonight, this afternoon, wherever in the world you're listening from, and whatever time of the day people are listening from. We are just so encouraged to have Kelly on with us today. My name is Nyoka Wright-Smith, president of NAWS Coaching and Consulting LLC, and I am a business wealth expert. I help my client by empowering them with the knowledge, the skills, the foundation they need to help them build wealth. Thank you so much for tuning in to our podcast. Cherie, tell us a little bit about you.
I'm Cherie Griffith-Dunn, your certified executive business growth coach, helping entrepreneurs and small businesses create a strategic plan, identifying the pitfalls that you're not seeing so that you may achieve your goals and gain a competitive edge in your industry. I'm also a motivational speaker and international best-selling author. I am the founder and CEO of High Performing Women Academy, the place where you belong. We are now accepting applications. Go to hpwacademy.com. I'm your gluten-free foodie, mom of 6 kids, married to the love of my life and obsessed with traveling. Thank you so much for joining us today. Go ahead and take your free motivation assessment. Go to bit.ly/motive, that's MOTIV quiz. And if you're interested in starting your very own podcast, go to podbean.com/getit for a free month. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube at Six Figure Chick Podcast and leave us a comment. Bye for now.
Bye for now.
This has been another episode of the Six Figure Chick Podcast. Please be sure to join us next time for some more hard-hitting career and business advice. To stay connected, follow me on Instagram at Cherie Griffith-Dunn. And if you would like to be a part of the baddest club around, join High Performing Women Academy, the place where you belong. Go to hpwacademy.com. And as always, if you like what you hear, come back and next time, bring a friend. If you're interested in sponsoring, donating, or even advertising your business with me, please contact me at connect@CherieGriffithDunn.com.